Hi, to whom may be watching. Today I'm going to talk to you through a narrated presentation on one of the most common events that unfortunately happen within our health system that affects both patients and workers, which is workplace bullying. Why am I presenting my information as an audio narrative, you might ask? Good question. It's because I feel that it is an effective way that can convey the message and provide easy access to develop the extra continuing professional development hours for better nursing practice. My aim is to explore the topic of workplace bullying and to raise awareness about the topic. Now, what is workplace bullying exactly? When looking at the definition in a broad perspective, it is the negative act of targeting another person with an intent of causing harm to the target, and the methods of bullying vary extensively. Examples of workplace bullying can include working overload, unrealistic goals, and unfair criticism. So looking at the topic of workplace bullying, one of the most important goals that I would like to focus on is to reduce, if not eliminate, the potential of workplace bullying and implementing ideals that can reduce or mitigate the issue. The scope of topic at hand is extremely extensive, and it is also extremely hard to pinpoint the plethora of factors that allow for this problem to happen. In order to explain different methods of taking on this field, I will first like to give an explanation of the background into the problem. Workplace bullying takes form in many different sources and it affects many new graduate nurses, often causing emotional stress that can flow on to negatively impact patient care. Recent studies have shown that 82%, an overwhelming majority of nurses, have witnessed or experienced workplace bullying. Around a third of nurses that have experienced workplace bullying have intended to leave their current positions as nurses, which has contributed to the wide-scale shortage of nursing staff. The prevalence of workplace bullying varies from different cultures and countries, but in essence, it all comes back to being strongly correlating to mental health and emotional exhaustion. When a nurse experiences workplace bullying, there's a direct correlation to losing work performance and loss of motivation, not being able to fully commit their focus on their patients. This is an extremely big problem within our current health system, as it has significantly negative effects on the well-being of nurses and their ability to provide safe and competent nursing care. Bullying behaviors can appear very subtle, and it makes it very hard to pinpoint aggression to help resolve the issue. This in turn flows back onto the nurses that are victims of workplace bullying, having negative ramifications on work satisfaction, with many nurses who have been affected with workplace bullying experiencing stress, depression, low self-esteem, and burnout. The flow-on effect becomes critical as it jeopardizes patient safety, as patients become unintended victims of lower quality care due to mental exhaustion and loss of ability to be able to handle a patient workload due to stress in the work environment. When nurses experiences these issues, there is a feeling of less compassion shown to patients, having less energy to deal with patients, which sequentially can increase sick time, leading to short staffing and a hostile workplace not benefiting patients. The increased prevalence of workplace bullying has been highlighted by the Nursing and Midwifery Board of Australia, publishing a new code of conduct that enforces a strict zero-tolerance approach to these incidents. As workplace bullying is a social problem, one of the most effective methods of helping reduce these incidents is to slowly change work culture by having effective leadership within staff. As nursing leaders, it is important to examine your own behavior and empower co-workers by endorsing open communication and promoting a positive work environment. Effective leadership boosts co-workers' morale and inspires open collaboration that can inspire a workplace where bullying is not tolerated. When the workplace is supportive of open communication, new graduate nurses would be able to follow example and foster values that help empower other nurses to create a non-hostile environment. This leadership combined with policies and strategies is a step in the right direction to mitigating workplace bullying. As new graduate nurses entering the nursing field, there is a likely chance that there may be an experience relating to workplace bullying, And as part of the health workforce, it is important to consider responsibilities that nurses have to keep the work culture. Therefore, it is imperative that a new graduate nurse has an explanation to what clinical leadership is and how it can be used to effectively promote a safe workplace. Leadership is the act of motivating others to reach a mutually agreed goal. Clinical nursing leaders exercise their focus on promoting a healthy workplace and uphold values to pave way for other nurses to develop and move forward. Therefore, when entering a new clinical environment, new graduate nurses should strive to maintain leadership qualities that conform to the scope of practice, as well as legal and ethical boundaries. There is research pointing towards the fact that workplace bullying may be so integrated within nursing culture that it becomes something that new nursing students may pick up, as students are more willing to learn and are eager to pick up new ways of thinking and practice. The hierarchical system within the healthcare system, specifically with the power imbalances, gives significantly more opportunities for workplace bullying to occur, and that puts nurses in a situation where it's nearly impossible to defend yourself and put the end to the bullying. As a new grad nurse, it is paramount to look at the International Council of Nursing Ethics, and as previously discussed, the NMBA Code of Conduct, where it becomes a large responsibility to uphold its values. The ICN ethics state that there is a need to create awareness of specific and overlapping functions, and there a potential for interdisciplinary tensions and create strategies for conflict management. This is very important to consider as a new grad nurse, as it is important to highlight if there are any rising tensions in the workplace and use strategies to help mitigate conflict where there could be workplace bullying. As new graduate nurses, we must know our rights and policies and uphold them to promote a positive workplace environment that has zero tolerance on workplace bullying. Clinical leadership doesn't mean that you have to go above and beyond, but holding your ground and acting when you know that something is wrong and is not according to policy. As mentioned before, the NMBA Code of Conduct subsection 3.4 explicitly covers this topic, as nurses must understand that bullying and harassment is not tolerated in the interest of public safety. When looking into the policy, new graduate nurses can exercise effective leadership by being advocates of fair and equal treatment, speaking up immediately when encountering such issues. Now, as new grad nurses, how are we expected to uphold these leadership values? When answering this question, it would be good to recap the topics that I've discussed earlier in this video. As a prospect new graduate nurse myself, I'd like to promote the idea of empowering individuals to become leaders in their own way, to slowly solve this worrying issue. By fostering the code of conduct, staying in the scope of practice, and exercising your rights, I believe that the nursing environment will become better than it is today. This presentation provides some ideas that will help inspire new graduate nurses to take charge in their pursuit to become effective leaders in the healthcare environment. Thank you for listening.